Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing my labour and delivery explanation, I guess. For those of you who aren't following me on Instagram or Snapchat, then you wouldn't know, but I had my baby girl. Her name is Halo. I'll probably show her towards the end of the video because she's just sleeping right now. But let's get straight into this video. So her due date was actually the 8th of March, but she didn't actually end up coming until the 17th of March, which is a whole 9 days later. So on my due date, I was actually booked a midwife appointment where I was actually supposed to go in at 2:30 if she hadn't come already and get a sweep. But those of you who don't know what a sweep is, it's basically when your midwife sticks a couple fingers in your vagina and literally just moves around with them. So yeah, 2:30, nothing seemed to happen. I went to go get the sweep done. She checked me and she said I was 1 centimeter dilated, which is nothing because when you give birth you need to actually be 10 centimeters dilated. So I was still far, but she was just like, yeah, no, give it 24 hours, something might progress because in labor things pick up rapidly. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So I went home. Literally throughout the day I was just getting all these cramps and stuff, and I had literally been doing everything to make sure that my baby came out on time. I've been taking evening primrose tablets, I was bouncing on one of them gym balls, what else was I doing? Drinking raspberry leaf tea. I literally put 2 tea bags and have it twice a day. What else was I doing? Just walking, swimming, literally all the things that you could possibly do to actually, you know, keep active and fit and all these things that are supposed to work, which I don't necessarily think they do. Spicy food, the lot. Yeah, so on the 9th, I actually had a scare. So I basically was going through cramps, which I thought might be contractions, from 2 a.m. till about 6 a.m. Literally with the cramps, they were just these really, I don't know how to explain them, to be honest. They literally feel like period pains, to be honest. And I was just waiting. You know, we was timing them, my boyfriend was timing them, we was waiting to see what would happen. As soon as my mum woke up, my mum was like, no, this must be it, let's go. So she must have called the ambulance. The ambulance came.
Okay, don't worry. Hey, Papa. Hey, Mama.
Okay, can you let me know when you get a contraction? Yeah, I'm gonna time it, alright?
No.
Okay.
Deep breaths, baby.
Hello.
She's a vlogger.
Yes, she's a vlogger.
She's on YouTube, yeah.
Really?
So people are dying for this.
Semi famous early, mate.
The guys are gonna save her life.
I think we need credits for this. Royalties, that's what we need.
Hey guys,
Right.
be right back.
Sorry, Tiffany.
Got me, took me to the hospital.
So Dad, how you feeling?
Anxious.
Okay. We'll ask Tiffany in a minute when she can talk.
They checked me and they were still like, nope, you're still 1 centimeter dilated. I was like, oh my gosh, I was so tired just because, you know, obviously from 2 to 6 I've been going through these pains and I'm still 1 centimeter dilated. I'm not ready to give birth. So I was so annoyed. I was just like, ugh. And my mum called like my family, so, you know, everyone came down and I was just like, no guys, it's not it. So I felt so bad. But my midwife had actually booked me in for a another sweep on Friday, which was actually the 10th of March. So when the Friday came, I had a sweep again in the morning, I explained to her everything that happened, and she was just like, yeah, no, that happens sometimes. Obviously, you know, I did make you aware that 24 hours sometimes the sweep does, you know, make things seem like they're picking up. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. So then, yeah, so I got my sweep, and she said I was 2 centimeters dilated, which is okay, I guess. So she was like, yeah, you're favorable to, you know, hopefully another 24 hours, maybe the baby will be here, but if not, come back again on Monday, which is actually the 13th of March, and come get another sweep, and that will be a last sweep. They only do 3 just so that, you know, you don't get any infections and stuff that could go to the baby. So they literally done, so the 24 hours passed again, nothing happened. I was just like, I was cramping, but you know, nothing happened. So then the Monday came, and I went for another sweep. Still nothing happened, just usual cramps. I went swimming that day, trying to stay active and trying to hope that something's gonna happen. But from the actual 8th, my due date, they give you 10 days to get the baby out, otherwise you're going to be induced. So they had booked my appointment to be induced for the 10 days later, which is the 18th, which was on a Saturday. And literally I was just really stressing out, because I was thinking, oh my gosh, like I had planned in my birthing plan that I wanted to have a water birth, but if you're induced, then all these things kind of go out the window. So I planned to be in a birthing center, which is just a, you know, space for low risk pregnancies, and it's just supposed to be a lot calmer, a lot more spacious, you know, got all these things that can help with trying to give birth naturally, and that's what I wanted. But you know, the baby wasn't coming, so I was just thinking, oh my god, I'm going to be a high risk now because they're having to intervene, and they're going to just put me in a ward. I'm not going to be able to have all these things. So I was just really feeling stressed and stuff like that. On the 17th, no, throughout the 16th basically, because my friend Mignon was staying with me, just because, you know, she's helping me out, we was actually watching a bunch of movies. She was drinking, I was just snacking, and we was watching a bunch of movies until about 4 AM. And I remember at like 4, I was like, no, I'm still ready, like I'm still chill, I still want to watch another movie. But she was so drunk, so she was like, no Tiffany, let's just go to sleep. So I ended up going to sleep. At 6, around 6:15, I end up feeling like I needed to go to the toilet. I needed to go and poo, and I went to the toilet, and I was just feeling these really like pressure. I was feeling a lot of pressure on like my bum area, and I was just like, whoa, like this, if this is poo, this is a strong poo, because it was not feeling like right. It was feeling really, and I couldn't even get it out. So I was thinking, oh my god, what is going on? But I was so tired, literally, because I'd only been sleeping for like an hour and a bit to 2 hours. So I was just thinking, oh my god. I tried to go back to sleep, wasn't working, and literally all I remember is having these really bad cramps come on like straight away. And my boyfriend had bought me a TENS machine, so you know, my mum put the TENS machine on, and literally like we was just there, like they were just watching me like, oh my gosh, Tiffany, is this it? And I just couldn't even respond. I was just in all this pain, and I was just wailing, like seriously. So my mum called my boyfriend and his family to make them aware that, you know, something might be happening. We called my midwife or the birthing center and kind of just told them what happened, because literally I was in all this pain, and then suddenly I like threw up, and I thought I had a really big jacket potato the day before, so I thought it might be from that, but it was so much pain. And my friend Mignon like literally googled all these symptoms that I was having. The fact that I felt like I needed to poo, the fact that you know, I'm throwing up, and it was like, oh okay, it's probably pre-labor. So when we called, told them, they was like, yep, come in. go in now and they get me a bed. They check to see what's the status of my dilation, and I was 5 centimeters dilated, which is halfway there. I was so shocked. Oh my gosh. She was like, yeah, you done so well, I'm surprised you was at home for that time. But literally I was in so much pain. I wanted to cry, but I think literally, you know them pains that you actually can't cry from, it's just pain. So that was what was happening with me. I couldn't cry, like I physically couldn't do it. No tears were coming out. So I was just sitting on the bed waiting. My boyfriend ends up arriving, and they was like, and my midwife was like, okay, we'll check you in another 4 hours. Bearing in mind I was running off 2 hours sleep, I was in so much pain, I felt hungry. I was just thinking, you're gonna leave me for another 4 hours before you check me again. Oh my gosh. I actually felt like I was gonna die when she said that to me. Like, I couldn't do it. I was thinking, no, I can't do this for another 4 hours. There's no way. And I was just on, because I got to the hospital at 5 centimeters dilated and I planned to have a water bath, you're only allowed to get in the pool at 4 centimeters dilated. Just ran the pool straight away for me and they let me get in. I got in the pool. It just wasn't working for me. Like, I was so sad because I really did want to have a water bath. It looked so nice and peaceful and stuff. No, for me it felt more painful than anything. It was really hurting my stomach. I just couldn't even do it. So I think I was in the pool for like 20 minutes, got out and moved straight to the bed. But literally when I was in that room, I was just sucking on gas and air, getting myself high to the point of no feeling. Gas and air is beautiful. It's actually the most beautiful thing you could ever do in pregnancy. Like, I was sucking on that gas and air until I couldn't feel, until I felt knocked out. But there were some contractions that were literally piercing through that feeling and just still causing pain. Yes, I was waiting still on the gas and air, and then it got to a point where I was like, yo, midwife, I can't do this, give me morphine. And she was just like, no, Tiffany, I can't give you morphine. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, it was really good at the time, I guess, because she helped me stick to my bathing plan, which was just gas and air and the water bath. But at the time, I was just so annoyed with her. I was just like, give me morphine. She was like, no. I was like, because basically they were saying that my water still hadn't burst by that time. So I was just like, oh my gosh, pop my water. She was like, no, we can't do that. I was like, okay, well, can you like make a slit? Because I can't do this. And she just kept saying no to everything. I was just thinking, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But, you know, we kind of kept that going. So then after, like, literally got to a point where I was just like, I need morphine. I don't want to do this anymore. I literally just want the cesarean or something. Like, I just need something to happen. So she was like, okay, let me check to see how far you are and see if I can give you the morphine. So she checked and she was like, when they check, it's like another sweep, basically. So when she checked, she was like, Tiffany, you're fully dilated, you're 10 centimeters, it's time to push. And I was like, what? Like, no, like, I'm not, no, I don't have energy for this. I just told you I don't want to do this. I can't do this. And everyone was like, yes, you can. I was like, no, I can't. Like, I'm not doing this. And my water still hadn't broke, but I was 10 centimeters dilated. They're telling me push. And I was like, my water hasn't broke. And then she was like, I was like, break my water then. And she was like, no, sometimes it's best to give birth to the baby in the sack. It might make your labor easier. And I was like, what the hell? Like, no, like, break my water. Because obviously you're watching all these things and you think that it's easier to have the head come out and then the body fall out. But she was literally like, no, it might make it a bit easier. Like, it might slip out. Well, the baby might slip out a bit better in the water. But literally, I started to push and my water just burst. It literally does feel like the biggest pee. Like, you literally feel like it's the same sensation as a water balloon bursting, like it's literally slap. But she had pooed in the water, so then they now like had to speed up, you know, the delivery, because they thought, okay, she might be getting stressed, she might be, you know, so they were checking her, but she was still fine. So they were just like, okay, let's just try a push. I literally felt like King Kong. Like, you know, if anyone's watched King Kong the film, you literally feel like King Kong in labor, like where, and then I was sucking on that guyssess, so I felt like King Kong being sedated, like, you know, when he's just falling to sleep. But then after my midwife took my guyssess, I was just kind of like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? She's trying to kill me. But they were just like, no, you don't need it, you're fine. When you feel that contraction pain, push through it. So on the bed, it just wasn't working out for me. They tried to put my legs up, it was hurting so bad. Then they were like, okay, try you know, getting all fours and, you know, let gravity work. That wasn't working for me either. So then they grabbed a birthing stool for me, and a birthing stool is literally just a chair with, like, imagine a toilet seat. Literally, it's just the back bit of the toilet seat, so it's got that space in the middle and that's it. So I was sitting on that, Malachi was sitting behind me, and literally I was just trying to push through these contractions. It's so funny because when you're going through the actual, you know, when you're going through contractions and you're not ready to push, it makes you scream so crazily. I was screaming my head off. But when it actually comes to pushing now, you guys, I was so silent, like I was trying to push and there was no sound coming out. And I remember, like, it's true what they say, like, you do feel your body kind of telling you when to push and what to do. Like, I remember my midwife was telling me, push, and I felt like if I pushed, I was gonna tear. So I was like, no, I feel like I'm gonna tear if I push. So I kind of just listened to my body, and literally for a while, her head was just, the top of her head was just hanging out, literally. I was just like, oh my god, I'm probably gonna strangle her. But literally my body was telling me, no, don't push yet. And then my midwife was like, yeah, no, push really slowly. So I was just trying to push slowly, and then through the contraction, I literally got this one push, head was out. And literally the next one, her body flung out. And then straight after that, they were like, oh, Tiffany, your placenta's hanging out. Push again and we'll get it out. Pushed again, placenta was out, and it was done. Like, literally she came out, the placenta was still attached to her, because normally they cut the cord and then your placenta supposedly comes out, but nope, it was just all boom boom boom, done. I was literally in labor for a total of just under 5 hours. I think it was like 4 hours and 52 minutes or something like that. But yeah, it was an experience. It's true what they say, like, as soon as you're done, you don't feel the pain anymore. It literally just goes away. So I'll probably grab her now to show. But yeah, she literally came the day before she was meant to be induced. But I guess it goes to show, you know, God's timing's perfect timing. I had no rips, no tears. I had like one laceration, which is just a cut. But yeah, no tears. I done it naturally. I didn't have a water birth. It was just pure gas and air. A really quick labor for my first baby as well. And everything just went perfect. I fainted after a little bit though, but that wasn't that bad. I was just, you know, my blood pressure was low. But apart from that, yeah, it was fine. So this is Halo. Halo, say hi. Look. Look. She's not looking. She thinks she's hungry. Say hi. But yeah, 17th of March, baby Halo. This is her. 12 days old. 12 days old? 12 days old. Yeah, I'm talking to mama. But yeah. Well, I'm gonna leave her to go now. Look at your outfit. Ciao. Ciao. Say bye. Bye. Yeah, good girl. Bye guys.